What is happening, Nerd Nation? Welcome to another episode, Nine Nerd Yards, where we talk all things going on in the wonderful world of nerdism. We have an awesome guest, but let's introduce the panel before we get into all that. You know him, you love him. He's been with us since the beginning. It's Producer T, and we're always happy to have him back because he's traveling the world all the time. Producer T, how you doing?
Doing way better. COVID still sucks no matter if you get the vaccines or what strain you get. That shit tears you up. But real happy to be here today because, man, we've been waiting for this interview for a while because I had messaged like a year and a half ago, and he was like, "I'll get back to you when I'm less busy." And he finally got back to us, guys. We did it.
We finally did it.
It's the only good thing about the writer's strike. He's less busy.
We're gonna take what we can get. We're gonna and you know him, you love him.
Everybody we now can ask for an interview and be like, "Look, we know you ain't busy, bro. They got a writer.
You know you ain't doing shit.
It's cool. It's unscripted."
That's how I got so many guests. I'll be honest, during the when we were all in-housed together back in 2020, I reached out to some people. I'm like, you ain't doing nothing. Let's talk. And you know him, you love him. It's TJ. TJ, what's happening?
Not much. Very excited for tonight.
I know. Don't give it away. Don't give it away. It's in the title. Yeah.
It's in the title. It's in some of our names.
We don't know what we're talking about. And you know him, you love him. The reason for the season, El President, El Capitan. It's Nine. What's happening, baby?
Oh, you know what? I'm just trying to work on my jumping, working on my calves, building up some leg muscles, healing my ACL. It's been we got to do a lot today.
That's right. That's great.
Great stream last week, by the way. For the day.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Really great.
Solid. And we have the finale for tomorrow for those of us who've been watching us throughout the duration of this season of Dave. It does hit its finale, does hit its stride tomorrow. So everybody go ahead and catch us then. But this evening, why are we all here? What gathers us here? Well, we do have on. He's an actor. You've seen him in Atlanta. Why we're all here? He's been in Luke Cage, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and most recently you could see him in White Men Cant Jump. The title character of Sunglasses. It's go ahead and play it.
Oh, you want me to play it? Okay, I'll play it.
Yeah.
Why'd you let them pick your team?
We're not giving back to the community.
It's because they're hustling, man. Come on.
Can't you just buy crypto or like run a credit card scam if you need cash?
You sell homophobic chicken sandwiches. Hey, don't claim you're making a living. Will you please take those fucking shades off? It's distracting. Can I? You touch him, you die.
It's Freddie Kuguru. Freddie, how are you doing, my man?
Great. How are you guys? Thanks for having me on.
Good. So glad to have you.
We're so excited to have you on. First of all, man, how you living? How you doing? How's everything? You're in New York, man. I feel like that's the city of dreams right there.
Yeah, I guess I feel like LA's the city of dreams, but New York.
No, New York is too.
Yeah, it could be. It's a lot of grinding out here. And the winters get so brutal out here too. I feel like, sure, let's call it the winter, the city of dreams.
City of dreams.
That's what I've been saying.
The city of frozen dreams.
Yes.
My car just got broken into, but yeah, sure, dreams.
People in New York have dreams. I'm pretty sure. Freddie, man, I think we have wanted to have you on. We collect. I feel like we collect like people from the Atlantaverse, like Pokemon on this show. We try to just grab them all, and it was about time that we got Zan in here, man. So I think I'm going to ask the first question. I think everybody wants to know: did you really have to ride a hoverboard at that beginning scene when you were Zan, when you were talking with everybody? I feel like I just want to know that.
In the first scene of that episode, I don't know when whoever made that decision decided to like put that character on a hoverboard, but it was after like, I guess the role was cast, and then I got there, and then they're like, "Yo, can you ride a hoverboard?" I was like, "What?" And then they just gave me one. I had to like practice on it for like a couple days. So yeah.
That's hilarious.
Could have been worse. It could have been
You were
Heelys.
so smooth
Oh
with
my
it.
gosh.
Especially the backwards part when you're like backing away from them and still staring them down and just backing up.
Yeah.
Are you? Oh, do you want to know something interesting about that exact moment that you just spoke about?
Yes.
we all
Yes,
do.
yes,
all
we do.
Okay, well, that was improv actually. Like just backing away thing. There was a different way that scene ended in the script, but then for one like take, I was just like, I don't even know. I wasn't really thinking. I just like went with it and I just did that, and then they ended up keeping that version. So that was pretty cool.
I feel like if I were anyone acting alongside you, especially across from you in that moment, it would have been so hard not to just break out laughing.
Laughing?
It's such a funny scene, man.
That was a fun scene. Yeah.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. What was the original way? Do you remember how you were supposed to end it?
Whew, I don't know what I can or can't say, but basically it ended differently with me talking about it's been like there's a line where I guess my character talks about like sneakies, and then he like goes off, or Zan goes off and starts talking about sneakies with like two other like people passing by. But I guess that didn't make the final edit.
Much funnier. Much funnier.
This one's much funnier. Yeah, I love it.
Definitely.
Okay, how did all that go to? Because I feel like that probably was like a big moment. Not just for you, but like for everybody watching that. Like, I feel like you fit so much of like who Zan is. How did that all come together, man? Give me the story. Give me the scoop. Let's
That's
talk
a good
about
question, because like I remember when the first day I got there, I got cast or whatever. Then I flew down to Atlanta, and the first day I was there during like rehearsal with like Donald, Hero, and I guess some other guy who was there just reading everyone else's lines. But they asked me that. They're like, "Hey, who is Zan?" And I was like, "Man, I'm here for you guys to tell me that." But yeah, but we just had like a little brainstorming session. I was like, "Who do you guys think he is? Do you have any like archetypes or whatever?" And then they're like, "Blah blah blah," and they're like, "What about you?" And I was like, "Well, I was feeling maybe this or that, blah blah blah." And then at the end of the day, I guess Zan is what ended up what you saw on screen is what ended up being Zan.
Zan is all of us.
Yeah,
he truly is. We all have a little bit of him.
If I was going to describe him in one word, it would be like hype beast. I feel
Hype
like
beast.
Hype Beast would have been like the archetype character trait for Zan and just lived that up to its fullest.
He's the he's like the cutout of like what we now know as an influencer, right? Like this was 2016. This season came out. The show started. This is episode 3, 4, the Streisand Effect.
Right,
and this was before a lot of like everybody's filming everything all the time. Like I feel like a lot of like when you watch this, you're like, this is a lot of what's going on now. Like this makes sense. And that's 7 years ago.
Yeah, it was like just at the genesis of all of the influencer culture, all of the meme making for clout, all of the just trash talking for for sure.
I mean, Zan's a hustler, you know. Zan's gonna get by, and he's gonna find his own way to do it.
I got them
He's
likes.
exploiting.
I got them likes.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to like his hustle mentality. Because I feel like a lot of I don't know, maybe a lot of us even here in this like virtual room have that hustle mentality. Because like if one thing doesn't work, something else has to work. So so I feel like we all whether you're in like the entertainment industry or whatever industry, if you're kind of like living a freelance, quote unquote freelance life, like you get one gig and then you got to get another gig because you don't know when the next gig will happen, whatever. Right. I think that mentality, Zan has that mentality. Yes. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong.
No, not at all. Zan is the antithesis of what an influencer is. He is like everything you love and hate about an
At the same
influencer.
time.
Because
Oh,
Zan had some real like deep lines, man. Like you really were speaking some truth where Paperboy's in the car with you, and you're like, you just basically tell him, he's like, I'm just rapping about my life and what I got to go through. And you're like, you're exploiting your situation, and I'm exploiting you exploiting that. And I was
That
like,
is true.
yeah,
That is true.
yeah.
That is true.
That was
I feel like Zan, the way that you're saying he's a hustler, he's gonna, one door closes, he's gonna try to go through another. It's like when Paperboy, goes and finds him at the pizza joint. He's about to go deliver a pizza, and he throws his hat off.
Best part of the entire show.
Zan just grabs another one from his back pocket, and he's like, "Yeah, come ride with me," and puts it back on. It's smooth, but like you're not gonna take this guy off the path of what he's doing. Like he's already 2 steps ahead of you. He knows that, like, all right, a door might close, but whatever. We just got to keep moving with it, and here we go.
Yeah, that was a very symbolic scene, I guess.
Yeah. The scene right here. Yeah, that was it. Freddie, how? Oh yeah, there it is. There, and then he just grabs another one. This is it.
That was also improv. That thing was that action was kind of like made up in the moment. So
it was so perfect and such a like. I think it was the hardest I laughed that entire episode. Yeah, and it was a funny episode, man.
So unfazed and just perfectly natural. It's like, this is not the first time this has happened to Zan.
Oh, I'm sure it's not the first time in Zan's life, like for sure.
I just actually want to hear more about like how'd you get into that role, or like where'd you start your acting career?
Yeah.
I mean, I've always enjoyed like acting. Like my first role that I ever played was I played a cow in a Christmas musical in grade school. And then like fast forward years.
And where can we stream that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If I had footage of that, that'd be great. There's a meme or some photo going around the internet of like, it's like it has like a bunch of kids in a school play, whatever. And then it says like, if you think your day is going like bad, just remember this kid. Then it points to that kid, some kid in all green, just lying on the ground. It said, just remember this kid played grass in like grade school. Yeah. So maybe cow is like one level above grass.
Right.
Like, you gotta at least know how to moo or something.
Well, of course, you gotta go eat that kid.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's acting right there.
I guess. Sorry, what was that?
I was saying that's acting right there. Keep going though. I'm sorry.
Oh, word. No, to answer your question, I guess how I got into acting was professionally, at least like where I'm getting paid is I moved to New York. I used to live in Hawaii, and then I moved to New York, and then I don't know. I was surrounded by it. Like people I met were in the business, whether they're like producers, directors, other actors, and so just being in that environment, I guess naturally I kind of fell into it.
Have you like done a lot of improv before?
I've taken improv classes. I haven't done like long form improv, or if you go to like an improv show, like that length of sketches, I haven't done that professionally, but like, just on set when they're like, okay, this take, be free, improv it, whatever, like that.
Right. Okay.
That's great, man.
That's pretty awesome.
When they called you, so you get into acting, and when they call you to do Atlanta, and I want to talk about this because we can now look at Atlanta, right? It's like, oh my God, this show is so great, yada yada. But at the time, I don't know when it was like 2014 or 2015, they give you the call and they're like, hey Freddie, we got this role for you for the show. It's Atlanta. I mean, it's Donald Glover, but like Donald Glover's not who he is now. Atlanta's not known for what it is. Did you have any idea about like, what am I about to get myself into? What is this show about? Like, did you know anything going in, or did you have any ideas going in of like what you might be involved with? I say that like it's illegal or something.
No, I had no idea. Like you're absolutely like 100% correct. Like at that time, the people who like acted on like season 2, season 3, 4, they all had the luxury of knowing that this show is whatever. but at the time it was the first season. No one knew, and yeah, I guess I'm happy with the way it turned out. But at the time, I had no idea. It was just at the time it was just like a pilot. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. And because we've talked a lot about this show on the channel, and we always talk about like the importance of the side characters or like the people that you will just like never see again. And you're kind of like the first one to really like kind of carry the episode forward and be like a very big like plot point, right? And that's kind of legendary for a show like Atlanta, you know.
And
do you
so
kinda-
much so that they brought him back for the promo for season 4.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
weird because like we were expecting to see another Zan episode in season 4. We
I
were
was
so
hoping so,
excited.
too. I was hoping so, and then when it aired, I was like, "Oh no, I'm kidding." No, I knew like when they brought me back to shoot the promo, that was a cool kind of full circle moment because I got to. Well, number one, that role Zan was my first ever like TV role, so when I got to like shoot the promo and see them again and be like, "Yo, like." Thanks, guys. Like that was
Right.
really a lot of
Right.
fun. Like it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I mean, I'm forever grateful that that I got to be a part of that.
Did they say that it was only going to be a promo, or were you thinking about like, do you have some behind the scenes like season 4 stuff that you filmed or what?
No, I knew it was just gonna be a promo. Like when I went down there, it was like it was set up for a promo. They let me know, hey, this is a marketing promo for like season 4. So yeah, I knew what it was going in. It was still cool to like I saw everyone, the whole crew and everyone.
It's
and,
like the gang is all here, little reunion.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That's awesome, man.
So how much for your episode and for the promo, how much time were you actually there filming and with the entire crew and everybody?
Well, for the promo, that was a 1-day thing. So they just flew me in. I spent the night in Atlanta, and then like I shot with them. Then I think I spent one more night there. Then I flew out the next morning.
Nice.
For the actual shooting, for that episode,
because you were in a lot of that episode.
Yeah. I think I flew down for like a week, the first round or whatever, and then I shot a couple scenes, not all of them. And then I flew back to New York, and then like a couple months later, I flew back down again to like shoot like the scenes. I guess they shot a bunch of the car scenes in all the episodes at the same time. So whenever they had like the car set up with a green screen, I guess that's when they just started being like, let's shoot all the scenes like in a car, and that included my scene with Paperboy. So I saw them again for like a couple days. Then that was all. Then I guess I saw them at the premiere. And
nice.
Yeah.
This
So wait,
this scene right here.
This right here is all like just green screen.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Like,
never
you
would have
gotta-
guessed.
That's impressive.
That's actually a really like good green
Okay,
screen.
so actually I take that back. It's green. It wasn't green screen, but it was a screen with like moving, like if you're driving in a car and like
so
the
it's like
scenery's
it's
moving.
like it's on like a thing like a
like the old school Three Stooges or like Scooby, like like you'd watch the Bugs Bunny cartoons and you'd show like the screen's just going on a loop.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Wow.
That's super interesting. I would have never guessed. I thought that was
I never would have guessed
outside
that.
filming. Yeah.
Film H said it. Film H said it. Rear projection.
Rear
That's what-
projection.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I
And
don't know.
and Film Age actually had a question. This is coming from Patreon. So I guess we already answered that. He said, okay, right off the top of my head, what's the story behind being in the promotion
hoverboard.
for Atlanta season 4? I thought Zan was going to be a problem, but he didn't show up. So you did answer that. And I guess we can return to that to fully answer Film Age's question, because you were like in there, but not that many other were you the only side character that was in that promotion?
No, I think there were a bunch of other I think there were a couple others. Maybe like some of them were like CGI, like the alligator or the whatever. But
right.
there's another guy there that day. Oh man, I'm blanking right now. But he okay, so in that I guess they made him kind of a silhouette, but he's getting like a haircut or giving a haircut, like something.
Bibby?
And he was,
Bibby?
yeah, and he was there too, but I guess they made him more of a silhouette. So, and it was so quick, you know, that promo, everyone, it's so quick that yeah, but I definitely wasn't.
Our other top interviews was with Robert Powell, who played Bibby.
And by the way, Invisible Car.
Oh yeah.
So, but it's Darius driving it.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
It was just such a crazy promo.
So yeah, I mean, we like speculated on the promo for like
we did
30 minutes to an hour, and just talking about it. And we were like, oh yeah, Zan's going to be
like Zan's going to come back. He's going to have a full YouTube. Zan's going to be talking shit about paper. We had this whole theory about like what Zan was going to be doing in this new season, and none of it happened.
We were so confident too.
Well, we got to start campaigning because like that character can go in so many different ways, and that was like I guess foreshadowing the whole influencer movement to come like years prior. So
are you
if you've seen Swarm?
I have not yet. I need to get on that.
Zan's character would actually fit into that Swarm universe too. Like
I saw like the log line and everything. I feel like it's kind of like a Stan kind of thing.
It's for the Zan stands.
Zan stands, yes.
I feel like Zan would also be like just a great little like appears in the background of a bunch of shows like how there's always a pineapple in every episode of Psych. Just Zan's like walking in the background in every episode of a show. I can see that lending itself really, really well.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Right.
Do they own the character? Like, if you ever wanted to do like a like just a video on like your channel, being like Zan answers like fan questions or something like that, would that be allowed? I wonder. I think that would be a lot of fun, but like I would just wonder how like if there's any legalities around that or something, you know.
That's a good question. I don't know for sure who owns it. I would just off the top of my head, I would assume either like, you know, Donald Glover's or FX, you know, Donald Glover's team or FX or someone else owns it. But I don't know for sure. I'd have to like probably read the fine print and the contracts and everything, which I don't generally do, but
in reality, it's probably going to be something like a real world Zan copyright the character Zan.
Oh yeah. Which I hear is like all this impersonation stuff is happening. Like I don't know how true this is, but like I heard when Elon Musk took over Twitter and then he took away the whole blue check mark thing, like anyone can get it if you pay. That's when people started getting like LeBron, the real LeBron James hammer, and they just pay for the blue check mark, and then they're the real LeBron James online or whatever. So
there was one that I just heard about today where like there's a blue check mark AOC talking about how she's in love with Elon Musk and telling about a bunch of the policies she's going to do, and it's not her.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
The Zan campaign. We need a Zan YouTube. We need a Zan Twitter of him just making fun of Paperboy every single day.
Oh my God.
That would be. I think I would laugh. I would laugh a lot. I wouldn't be the only one though.
But it'd be even better if it was like, look at this guy, Paperboy think he's going to act, and it's just breaking down Brian Tyree Henry's film career.
That would be fun.
Paperboy thinks he's an FBI agent, class of 09.
Class of 09, yeah.
Like every video is reaction video to like a different Paperboy or whatever.
Right.
Look at Paperboy in the MCU. God,
yeah.
Can we get rid of
Zan would have a field day on the Eternals.
Yeah. That'd be fun. That'd be an interesting campaign to like do that.
Like, and the great thing is the character's already there for like people to like be like, oh, I know who Zan is, you know, like the following is already there. It's hilarious if that ever happens.
And I have the hat still somewhere. Like they gave me the hat, so I can just like put it on and like.
I was totally gonna ask if you stole that hat.
I need to.
Oh yeah, I didn't steal it. They gave it to me, but
which one did you get?
Which one? I got the I think it's like black and then red. The Zan life thing is red. So
Oh, the
I don't
Zan
know
life,
which
yeah.
one
The ZanSexual one was pretty hilarious.
I think that's what I got.
The ZanSexual.
Hilarious.
Oh, this right here. Did you see Kenya's comment? Nine.
Yeah, give Kenya a shout out there.
Yeah, that one right
Right
there. A Zan Payne. That's what we need right now.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yes. Absolutely.
You know, another thing I thought was pretty interesting that they kept is in the very beginning of that episode, season 4. You see Lakeith. He's just standing waiting for his turn to like come on screen, but they kept that in there where you just see him standing waiting for like I guess his turn to come in. And I was like, wow, okay, and like no one really or barely anyone really noticed. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but
I did not, but that's such a Darius thing.
No, I really
Yeah.
don't. Like
I'm
the only
looking
time I
at it right
noticed
now.
as soon as he kind of starts walking, he's like, "Hey, I saw this," and the next thing you hear is just "Back the fuck up off Paperboy," and I was like,
yeah.
"Oh,
Is this
that
him right
him?"
here lurking in the background?
Okay, no, if you rewind like a little bit more, just go to like the beginning of the episode, I guess.
Oh.
If that's 1 minute 45. Go to like before anyone starts talking and they're just scrolling.
So
to-
like right when they're walking out the door.
Okay,
Oh,
right
right here?
there. There he
Yeah.
is. He's just
He's just on cue.
I love that. I love it.
Oh, that's so good.
Hilarious.
Oh my! He is there. He's just
He's just
there.
probably running
He's
lines
just
in his
there.
head, like waiting and like that's
passes
just
him
great.
over, and he's just waiting.
That's hilarious.
Wow! Wow!
Perfect. Perfect.
Oh, my
funny
God.
moment. What a great! Did you shoot anything they didn't include in the? I know sometimes that happens. We've talked to some people. They're like, "Oh, I shot a little bit more that they didn't include." Was there anything that you can remember that you're like, "Oh, we did this scene, but they didn't keep it in," or what have you?
I mean, I feel like that's how it is for like every role or every scene. They always shoot more and then like condense it. But yeah, like for example, we shot the alternate way that scene ended. Like for example, the way it actually was written in the script to end. We did that a bunch of times. And then I guess they end up going with the one take that was like
You
improv.
just like backed up, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was the best
Other
way.
stuff. Oh yeah, like in the scene where like Zan is roasting Paperboy on his like YouTube on his like channel or whatever. There was a whole different way that went, but I guess they decided not to go that way. It was like really Zan ripping on other real life rappers too. Like, oh man, I'm not gonna say who or whatever, but it was like "Hey, boys,
Probably
saying
good
blah,
call.
blah, just yeah. And I guess they decided not to put Zan in that type of hot water situation. So, 'cause, yeah, Zan was ripping on like real life rappers. So yeah,
Can you name a couple here?
No,
I'm
he's not
not
gonna.
going
He's
to.
not. He's
I
not
I
gonna
can't
do
do
it.
that.
All right. Now here's a question I think you might be able to answer.
Paperboy, like that, because you guys remember there really was a rapper named Paperboy.
Paperboy,
And he
yeah.
had that
Yep.
song Diddy, which I never knew the name of that rapper or that song. I just knew how it went. I was like, what the fuck is the name of that song? And then I see the episode. I was like, that's the dude who made that song. It was actually a fucking Paperboy. What a L. First L right there. That had each other. Rapper named Paperboy.
So Freddie, I got a question. You said every once in a while they're like, all right, just go with it on this scene. On that scene where Zan's just tearing apart other rappers, were they ever like, hey Freddie, just go ahead and tear it apart? And if so, what rappers did you choose?
That didn't happen where they're
Okay,
like,
okay.
Your own personal like vendettas or whatever. Go for it. If they did, it would have been an interesting take. But yeah, unfortunately, that day, actually, that So I remember when I watched your the prior episode you did with Maurice. He talked about how his episode was special because Donald actually directed that one. For mine, like Hero directed. I guess all the most of the scenes, but the one scene where like Zan's on his like channel, whatever, that was like Donald directing me, and he was like, we're just in this little tiny room, and then next to us there was a bathroom that like had no lights. I don't know where we were. We're in like some abandoned building or something, but they had one room made to like look like it's not abandoned, whatever, and yeah, it was a pretty intimate like setting, and that was cool to just like be me, Donald, and then like another guy, the crew guy, whatever, in there, and yeah. So Don directed that.
I think I got it right.
Oh, is that the scene?
No. The bit where he's in the pool hall. It's like 9 minutes, 8 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I have my
like,
new
not
mixtape.
making.
That's
the,
hilarious.
So
yeah, I'll just play this for right now.
Let's put them back where they belong.
oh man,
TJ, what were you going to say though? Oh,
I don't remember.
Oh no, that's not fun.
Uh-huh.
Oh well. Freddie,
I was just going to comment on.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Producer T, you had it.
Oh, well, my question was, all right, when you're in the scene with the little kid that's your business partner, and they bleep him out for like that whole minute of
Yeah.
what
What did he say?
What was he actually saying in that scene?
Whew. Now this is maybe we should continue talking and circle back to this because I don't know if I want to reveal and like, cause I want to keep that, you know,
Okay,
Secret.
we'll circle
that,
back.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, sort of thing.
yeah. Because then if I say it, like, you know, it's gonna be revealed, and you're like, really, like, let's
All
just
right, okay.
pretend that he really was saying all the worst stuff, like comes out of his mouth.
Okay, but for our listeners, you'll give us a little taste if we circle back to it.
I got a feeling the taste is going to be like
Little
underwhelming.
I'll be
I
vague,
think that's what
but
Freddie's telling us.
I'll be
Yeah.
vague, but I will. You know what? I'll just do it right now then. So what was going on was Hero, the director, was basically prompting the kid, like, okay, so if you were like, tell me about your favorite whatever. So and then the kid would just go off, and then they're like, oh yeah, and what about this? Like whatever. So I guess they got him to do actions like that or whatever. And then they just blurred his mouth out so that he couldn't tell. But yeah, he wasn't like cussing and like, you know, saying all the worst stuff.
It was like
I'll be
normal. It was
honest,
just normal conversation.
It's actually also really funny to think the kids just talk about Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, and pizza, and they're bleeping it out like he's dropping C and F bombs nonstop.
Yeah.
On everybody's face.
Yeah. That kid was awesome.
So
That's hilarious.
the only thing they really like told him to lead with was like everybody's face. Then
I guess. I don't remember exactly because it was so long ago, but yeah, he definitely wasn't like going off on, you know, everything.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
All right.
that's amazing.
Before we get into White Men Can't Jump, because your character in that is hilarious. First of all, just the sunglasses, dude. It's just funny. It's just hilarious, and it's so unexpected too. So between Atlanta and that, what other role for you would you say you're like, oh, this was a fun time? Like this is one of my funnest times on set.
I mean, between Atlanta and White Man Can't Jump, I'd say that one of the times I had on set that was like super okay. Like it's weird because like anytime I'm on set is super fun, and I'm sure a lot of other actors would say that because it takes so much work just to get on set that when you're on set, it's like so but I know that's not like really giving you the answer that whatever. But if I could say like one set that I was on that was like a lot of fun, I'd say Luke Cage was fun because Mike Coulter is the man. Like it was just fun to like talk to him and like, you know, he's a very cool dude. And I think that's what made it fun more so than I guess acting, whatever, was like being around like this guy, and he's so cool and everything.
right.
That was fun. Guess a couple others. I did like a role on Hunters, and that guy, what's his name? Josh starts with an R. His last name. He's like Ted on How I Met Your Mother or whatever. He was a cool guy too, a real stand-up guy.
Oh yeah,
Josh
you were
Rad.
you were in the first season of Hunters,
Radner?
right?
Yeah, is that what it is?
yeah, Redner, Josh Redner.
Yeah.
Well, I got IMDb opened up. I'm sure.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Yeah.
And so you're in the first season of Hunters.
Yeah. I like see Josh in like Grand Central, like in the actual episode, and I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
you're because he's like a celebrity in the show, and I'm like, hey, you're that celebrity. So I guess maybe they brought me on board because of Zan, because Zan's all about like, noticing celebrities or whatever. So
Then they're like, Freddie, on this take, just trash him.
yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Luke Cage, that's really cool. That means you're part of the MCU, my man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is Luke
Been
Cage
there.
part of the MCU? Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I guess.
I think they officially added it. So
So with Spider-Man No
Avenger,
Way
man.
Home, they officially brought it all in because now Daredevil, and they used the Charlie Cox Daredevil, so the Defenders are a part of the MCU too. Then
Yeah.
Yes.
you're an Avenger.
So it's
bro. You
official,
made it.
Freddie.
All right.
this is like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Oh my God! And Kevin Bacon's in the MCU, so you are now officially in 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Oh hell yeah!
Officially.
Hell yeah! I was 20 years old when I learned that, but I will take it.
If you were to be an Avenger, what would be your superpower?
My superpower? Oh man. Honestly, if I was to be an Avenger, could I just pick? Do I have to pick one superpower, or could I be like this guy's superpower? I want
Yeah.
those, all of those.
You-
Professor
Yeah,
X.
do that.
All of Professor X's
Professor
superpowers.
Even
That's
like
one
the
superpower,
Joker?
though.
Is it? He can control minds. He
It's
can
just
move
telepathy.
things. Telepathy. He
No,
doesn't
he
have
can't.
telekinesis. He can't move.
No, that's
things?
Jean
No,
Grey.
you can't get.
Nope.
Yeah, you can't.
Otherwise, he wouldn't
Yeah.
need a wheelchair.
Yeah,
He just move his own legs.
I was like, that is why he's in the
Man, I don't know if I
But
want to
so-
be him anymore. Then
Just Jean
I'd go
Grey
with,
it
like,
up.
Dark Phoenix. Yeah, Dark Phoenix, Jean Grey.
Jean Grey.
In fact, can we go in a circle and we can all say which superpowers we pick?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Who's up first?
Jeff, kick us off because I feel like
Teleportation, no question.
Whoa.
If you're a good guy or a bad guy and you can teleport, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
Whoa. Mm.
I'll go, and it's kind of like teleportation, but I think it's better, and it's the Speed Force Flash. So
Okay.
yeah, I think I win.
Mm. Man, I just want to be Iron Man. That's it. I think that like.
So you
that's
just want to be
enough for me.
rich?
With metal, with a metal body.
Yeah.
Duh. Like if I
Metal-
just wanted to be, if I just
Metal
wanted to be
body's
rich.
Colossus.
Well, if I just wanted to be rich, like I could be, Batman or Iron Man or pick another billionaire playboy.
Green
But
Arrow.
like I want to, I could be whoever, but I want to be rich with an iron body. So I want to be
All
Iron
right.
Man.
All right.
Producer
You told
T,
me-
you're up.
You told me I could pick. You can't make fun of me.
I
You
probably
can't
have
make
like
me pick.
the least kind of standard power one, but I still like it. I like the power to multiply myself, like multiple man and shit.
Oh, that would be
'Cause
useful.
then I would just like make multiples myself and then hide them all around the world so nobody can get me, in case I die. More everywhere. And then,
Who is
just
trying
be
to
like
get
every
you
time
right
I'm trying
now?
to fight somebody,
Yeah.
like you
Kumail.
I mean, we gang around here, and there's like 20 of me disappear. Yeah. everybody-
Wait, I have a question though. So if you multiply yourself, say let's start simple. You create one clone of yourself.
Mhm.
Who are you still the original guy, or what if the original guy gets like killed by the bad guy that's chasing you? Does the clone? Are you the clone then? Like you didn't lose your soul, you didn't lose anyone, you just continue with life, or
Yeah.
We're going very
That's-
invincible here.
Yeah. It's very
right. I think it doesn't really matter.
existential.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's kind of like when you're thinking about the transporter in Star Trek, where it's like it's basically killing you in one area and it's making you.
Right.
So it's like, are you still the original, or are you actually? I guess with the multiple, I guess you'd
This
be
is-
making. I'd say
So
it's more
Very
like
relevant.
kind of like asexual reproduction that you're doing, where you're not really.
Okay.
So you're
No,
Matthew
you're-
Broderick Godzilla?
Yeah. Except for
So your clone is like your child almost. So it's not really
Right.
you. It's your offspring that is identifies as you. I don't know. I'm confused.
What I'm getting from this conversation is don't pick multiple manpowers if you're a philosopher. You'll never get shit done.
Then we raise the ethical questions that happen in the movie The Prestige when Hugh Jackman's character just keeps multiplying himself for a magic trick. Then we get into that territory, which also, spoiler alert, I'm sorry for anybody out there that hasn't watched Prestige. Sorry.
If I had that superpower, I would just have my clones be making videos all day, and then I would kill them afterwards. So it's just so
there's so many. Oh god. Okay.
I just want a power this week that had to fucking move. And I was like, God,
what were you saying, Freddie?
Some extra set of hands right now.
I was saying, like if I was gonna be a billionaire, like I think Tony Stark does have it right. Like I don't know why Bruce Wayne just doesn't make a better suit to make his life easier. You know, like I don't know. Like Iron Man has the right idea. Like you just get in this thing, you know, and it does everything for you, like whatever. But Batman's like, no, I want to make life hard. I want to like, you know, like, leave my mouth exposed, like whatever. And you know, I don't get it.
Such is the ninja way. Apparently, that's what he was trained in.
guess.
So you know, he's gonna do ninja shit. That's what the deal is.
Yeah.
Terry, right here. This comment right here. This is trying to start the hateocracy. Terry trying to hate all over the world. Everybody's gonna get it.
All over.
And prove Terry.
And then there's this rumor that I didn't actually.
That's what happens when you shave the second you get back, man.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Conspiracy
we don't know
theories.
if it's you. We really can't tell if it's you.
Freddie, Terry spent some time in Japan and released a Blair Witch video that I'm still not convinced was fake.
Well, what was in the video that was so Blair Witch? Was it like
I went to the dreaded suicide forest, and like all before the trip, I had been like, I'm constantly posting pictures, showing where I'm at and everything. And like when I get to the forest, like I pre-filmed a whole bunch of stuff while I was there, and then like for like 4 or 5, I completely stopped posting everything and would just like upload these videos at midnight that would say auto upload from my camera, and it was just me kind of walking around the forest being like, hey, my batteries are draining. Hey, it's really weird out here. And it gets like darker and darker. And then I made it to where like I'll record and be like, guys, I've been in here for like 4 hours. It's like I'd run around a whole bunch to make myself look really tired and be like, I've been in this forest for 4 hours. And then I'd update, I've been in the forest for 8 hours. And then I started talking about
I fucked up so bad.
Like, I was like, I'm hearing my dad talk to me. And then like I ended with like just running, and then like the very next scene is just like the camera drops and then it like picks up, and then you just see like my feet being dragged off by in a tree into the forest deeper into the ends. And like for like another 2 days, I wasn't answering anybody's call. I wasn't
no social media.
No social.
Wow.
Just a disclaimer though, the actual footage was not filmed in this forest. Just a disclaimer.
Yeah, we're not Logan Pauling it.
Yeah, are you not? Yeah, are you not allowed to like film in that forest? I
Freddie,
know the whole.
We'll tell you.
You're not allowed to film crews into the forest. Like you couldn't set up a whole film working crew because it's a national forest and you would dirty it the fuck up. Because it's really pretty and it's really peaceful. It's just it has like this natural phenomenon where like the highway's right next to it, but you go like 200 feet into the forest and all sound just stops because of the ground just absorbs it. So you're in there, and the only thing you're fucking hearing is you breathing and your footsteps. You don't hear anything in that forest. That's what makes it real creepy.
That next one, Nine. Get that next one right here. Somebody's mom was calling to ask if you okay, Terry.
The suicide force. So are there really people like? Are there really like? There really are like.
So there's a thing that people will do. A lot of people in Japan it has a pretty bad epidemic of suicides. And the suicide forest, Aokigahara, it's around Mount Fuji and it's become famous for it. And a big thing people will do is they will go in there. So like if you're ever there and you see just like a string attached to a tree, never follow it, because the entire purpose of that string is to lead someone to a body. Like someone who's planning on killing themselves will put that string there and then just walk in and then just take their own life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hence why we were like, what happened with Terry for a day and a half until social media betrayed him, and I saw him logged on Facebook, and I'm like, Terry, we caught your ass.
I thought I turned off the chat notification that was like, don't show them when you're online, and I forgot to hit it.
Wow, that was an elaborate prank, though. Like, well, or plan, I guess. Not prank.
Man, I'm so superstitious. That was a perfect one to get me.
Yeah, Jeff was worried
I was
about
just
it.
like,
And I was
like, but for real, guys,
Yeah,
is Terry okay?
the police were almost called on me. I had someone be like, how do I reach the police in Japan? I need to. I was like, please don't. I'm alive.
and it wasn't until I saw the whatever editing software that he used at the
CapCut.
end of his video, the CapCut. I saw CapCut at the end, and I'm like, "Oh, bro, Ghost ain't using CapCut. Like, they're just gonna upload the footage. Like, bro, Terry is just fine. Like,
Again,
he's
it's
good.
ghosts in Japan, dude.
They got the technology. They know.
Yeah,
how to
that's right.
All right, so
Okay.
Freddie, I got a question for you. What is this Star Wars Episode 7 toys on your IMDb?
Oh.
Did you model for a toy?
No, I back in the day, like back in the day, like I guess even before Atlanta and stuff, I used to do videos like Hasbro, which is a toy
Right.
company, and
hell
Lucasfilm would like partner and do Star
You're
Wars
on
toys.
NineNerdYards, brother.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
picture.
Nerd yards. You're like, oh yeah, Hasbro, Legos, Star Wars. You guys know that stuff?
The
Yeah.
promo picture here is you sitting there with Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
Oh yeah,
wow.
yeah. I guess that was one of the toys. It was really cool, like doing that like series of like toys that came out for like that whatever Star Wars movie it was. Because as soon as I get into Hasbro, they give me like a full tour of like all the toys, and they had everything, like things
Whoa.
from back in the 80s, like whatever, like stuff I used to play with as a kid. Like
That's
that was
awesome.
really cool. Yeah,
That's dope, man.
Did you try stealing the lightsaber?
I wish. I
totally would have tried.
Yeah,
I also never would have acted again, so there is that.
that would have been the best and last role ever.
Exactly.
Love it. All right. Speaking of roles, when did you White Men Can't Jump, bro? Like, how excited were you a fan of the original, and like were you just like excited to see what they could do? Because again, anytime with like remakes, right? Like people are like, it's gonna be, I don't know how I feel, but like I think for sometimes like there can be ones where you're like, bro, that was kind of good. I thought White Men Can't Jump. I'm like, that was kind of good. House Party, didn't think was that great.
Well,
Yeah,
I was very
mean,
pleasantly surprised with White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. And to answer, I guess what you were asking earlier is, yeah, I was a fan of the original. And yeah, I mean, however, like you say, there's always going to be people who have like their own opinions, and everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. It's,
They're not. They're
Says Zan.
not at all. Not at all. Yeah, but I'm happy with the way it turned out, and like that was a lot of fun shooting on.
What was all that
that's
like, man? How long did that take to film? And like, were you a fan of either the either actor that was there on set? I mean, I was a fan of Jack Harlow, music wise, since like 2019. So like, I'm sort of like a stand for him. I'm like, oh my god, Jack Harlow, you on Dave, you on White Men Can't Jump, bro. What's happening? Let's be friends.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they were cool on set. Sinqua, Jack, everyone else in my scene, Calmatic, the director, everyone was stellar on set. That was also another fun one. But yeah, it was great to work with them. Jack was not acting like a star at all. Like don't look him in the eye. He was not doing any of that stuff. He was real chill and everything. And it was
That's
like a
awesome.
pleasure to work with him.
He's been in a lot of stuff we've been watching lately. He was just in Dave at like the Met Gala episode, and yeah, he's been doing the numbers. He just dropped that album. So yeah, shout out to Jack Harlow. I do want, we got Dion. He actually asked a Patreon question earlier. I think we covered that, but Dion did ask if there was anything that you brought to Zan that the creators didn't consider, and he talked about so much of your improv. And people are feeling like they missed a little bit. So I'm just going to play this clip just so people know your part in White Man Can't Jump. Here you are.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Jeremy. He's Kamal. So why did you let them pick your team?
You like giving back to the community?
It's because you're hustling, man. Come on.
Can't get anything past you, huh? Can't you just buy crypto or like run a credit card scam if you need cash?
You sell homophobic chicken sandwiches. Hey, don't clown for making a living. Can you please take those fucking shades off? It's distracting me. You touch him, you die. All right.
You touch him, you die.
That was a good line. Can I tell you something about that line?
Yes. Tell us all the things.
Because we're gonna say
was
no.
Improv too. It was improv too, and they kept it. And I'm like, yes. Like,
I'm loving that all our favorite parts are your improv.
That's awesome.
you know what? I'm really appreciating that. You appreciate that. So thank you for. I guess it takes one to know one. Thank you for appreciating it.
My question is, at the end of that scene, when you impressed Jeremy, did you sync that shot?
Yeah. I mean, but what do you mean? Like,
I mean, that was a pretty long shot that you made there.
Yeah.
Just wondering, did you actually make it, or was that like a little editing
wondering if
magic?
that's computer graphics? If that's CGI?
Yeah,
I'm wondering if, like, the camera,
asking,
like, when ungasket, did the camera pan away and pan back? Just.
Yeah, no. I had to make it. Like, I think that's one thing that the director, Calmatic, who's a really cool guy, Chuck. I think that's one thing he wanted to maintain in this new version, because I think even if you watch the old ones, I haven't watched the original in like a while, but I remember they wouldn't cut. Like, they would keep the camera rolling to show that the guy actually makes the shot. And then like there's one scene where, like, I don't know if they're doing free throw shoots, I don't know, or maybe it was 3-pointers, but they didn't cut away, they didn't whatever, they kept one long continuous shot. Now, why they did it, I don't know, but my guess would be to show us, the viewers, that they're actually making the shots. They're not like,
editing. I used to,
exactly.
When I was a kid, I had this other YouTube channel, and I made like a parody like basketball video, and every single one, it was just like all the trick shots, it will just cut to the hoop, pushing it in. And yeah, it didn't seem like there was a lot of that there.
Nine, please tell me there's one where you're shooting one ball, but they show a different ball going through the hoop.
And it's like a different time of day.
It was the same ball going through the same hoop for every single cut. And I'm saying I'm doing like all of these, that, but I'm gonna play the rest of this clip for your
that's
basketball
hilarious.
skills at least here.
You gotta highlight that.
Swing it. I'm open. Swing it. No. Son of a bitch. Don't talk to me.
Kevin, give this guy a compliment.
Don't talk to me.
That line right there is what got, like, I was already laughing at the fact I'm like, what's gonna happen here? And as soon as he's like, don't talk to me, I was just like, bro, this is hilarious. Freddie's funny as fuck.
I thought you were gonna like just join the squad from there, you know what I mean? Like that you would just be like on the hustle team.
You know what? I'm ready. Whenever the call comes, I'm ready.
Yeah. When they do the third one.
Word.
You've
Also,
heard their
also,
story, but you haven't heard from sunglasses. And
the bottom comment.
Sunglasses,
There it is.
Yeah.
Bro, this comment right here,
Oh, go for it.
9. Terry is the evil variant of Freddy.
Evil genius.
Terry is Freddie's Sylvie.
Do you also have the clip of the whole movie, of the horror movie? Like, do you also have it? We should play.
We played it actually when you were not on, because we had to tell people that you weren't dead. Like, we were like, remember that time Terry died for a day, and then we played the whole thing, and we showed. I think we showed the Facebook message thread, and people were just like, "What in the world? Why would Terry do this?" Terry's a maniac.
Dion. Dion's got his Dr. Umar. Into the Terryverse.
We've got some clever fans.
Yeah, we do. We got the variants. But yeah, I agree with Bat. We needed more screen time with this particular pickup group for sure.
I did too.
True.
How long were you? How long did all that take? How long were you on set for that? And when was that? Was that like last year or the year before? I know with COVID, like time and everything, like filming and stuff is all weird.
Yeah. I mean, I was on set for like a day. That was like almost a year ago, I would say, like almost exactly a year ago. We're in like at the end of May now, probably beginning of June. Yeah, and that was a good group of people. Like, I guess we had like a Chick-fil-A worker, but I guess they call him Chicken Nugget or whatever, like on his IMDb.
So homophobic chicken sandwiches, man.
Yeah. And then another like lost Culkin brother, which I guess he kind of looks like a Culkin. Like, why? I don't know where these characters, like the writers, like how they're coming up with these characters, like lost Culkin
Just
brother.
typing it in. Yeah. I feel like that's exactly what I would type in, just as a placeholder, and then be like, you know what, that's okay.
Just leave it.
Yeah, that's all right. Do I need to go back for that?
Yeah.
No.
He gets his own like spin-off. He goes from just like a placeholder name to like having his own spin-off, like everything. Last 10 seasons.
Let's be honest. Of all the characters that could have a spin-off of all their own, Zan.
Yes.
Zan could easily support a show.
Yes.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
I need I think everybody on the internet needs all that smoke right there.
All right.
Like,
Producer T, get to producing.
yeah, get to produce a show for Zan. Let's go.
On it. Gotta get some funds. Let me move some funds around. We're good.
Someone is getting blown up right now.
Yeah, it's me, my bad.
Bro, tell him you're talking
You're
to
so
Zan and tell him to
popular.
shut up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell my family to shut up. All right. Yeah, family, shut up.
You're speaking of like going back to like how the whoever's like shooting how the crew wouldn't cut the shot to show like that like people are making shots and stuff. Similarly, not basketball, but like martial arts. Did you guys ever see that like Jackie Chan? I don't know. It's not an interview, whatever. It's his own like anecdote of why he doesn't really do too many American movies anymore. Why he prefers doing the Chinese, like making movies in China, like, and it comes back to cutting, like how they cut like scenes like that. Do you guys ever see that?
Not
No,
that,
not really.
but funny enough, Blake and I last weekend went and saw The Machine, and we were talking exactly about that, about
Long
how
shot.
like the long shots as opposed to like Taken, where what was it, Blake? How many cuts in like?
It was a 30. This guy did a YouTube video comparing Taken to The Raid, and it was a 30-second clip. And he's like, in this 30-second clip, this has been cut like 38 times in Taken
38.
versus The Raid, where it was 30 seconds. There was 8 cuts, and he's like, this is why people prefer like more real. Like, we now can look at movies and be like, that's not real, because we want to see stuff in close, as close to one shot as possible. And a lot. I mean, I imagine like what Jackie Chan is saying is the way that they do it, right? Like in China, like it's all of it's one long shots, and it's all of it's these elaborate, choreographed things, and you're moving from place to place, and you're doing the stunt for real, and it looks real, and it looks intriguing, as opposed to like it being snipped, and you're just like, bro, like Liam, I love you, but you're old, like you can't, no, don't do it.
You're not Darkman anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, was that what you were meaning, Freddie? Like, was that
exactly that. Like, I think we as the audience, or anyone watching, is as a collective, I think the audience is smarter today than we were, like, you know, maybe way back in the day when we're like, oh, what are camera tricks? And then now we're like, we see a cut and like, exactly, like, that's not Liam doing that high roundhouse kick. Come on, like, you know. So.
We're not in the movie theater and like, oh no, a train is going to come at us. Right. Yeah, definitely.
That's
smarter
hilarious.
Viewers for sure. Smarter viewers like our audience. Bring in the questions, guys, and like and subscribe. Share. Let us know what you would like us to ask Freddie. I think he's a brilliant, charismatic guy, and let us know.
That's right. Yeah, everybody get your questions lined up, and let's get them going. You know, as we start to round this out here in the next few minutes. TJ, were you going to say something?
No.
Not
thrown up. So
He's
Freddie,
texting.
obviously, Freddie, if you could have played any other character in Atlanta, who would you have chosen? I'm assuming one of the main 4.
Zan 100.
You gonna stick with Zan?
I don't know what else.
Just give Zan more screen time.
What other character would I?
Have you finished all of Atlanta?
Have I
That was
finished
the
it?
question.
No,
You
I need to finish. I need to catch.
Well,
up.
this interview's been great. Thank you, Freddie, for coming on so much.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I love it. We got some fan questions coming in right now.
I will say it is a good thing that we know that, because that was going to be one of my last questions for Freddie, but I'll hold off. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
What do we got, Nine?
You know, we got Bat.
What is Freddie up to now?
Well, as of like today, I'm standing strong with my fellow actors and writers as they work to negotiate for better terms. I think that definitely, you know, they need to get their fair share. Otherwise I'm in class writing a couple things. We'll see where those go, and just enjoying life, taking it day by day.
Okay, so you're in class.
Nice.
Are you wanting to be a writer? Or are you working on something? Don't have to tell us like what the thing is, but if you're working on a movie, we're going to be, you know, we want
you on. Yeah, we want to see it.
Probably going to break it down.
I'll keep you guys posted. I don't know. I just wrote a script that's kind of been in my mind for years, and I've kind of been writing it for years now, just like little tidbits and stuff. But then earlier this year, I just happened to have like some time, like and a little bit of incentive. Like I talked to a director, and he was like, "Yo, send me that script," and I was like, "Let me write it then." And so like I put all the thoughts into like a script, and refined it, and we'll see what happens.
That's what's up.
Comedy, drama, action.
I would say it's dramedy.
All right.
I like dramedy.
Yeah, it's not like, I wouldn't call it like slapstick or like ha funny, but I'd say there's drama and with some comedic elements involved.
Okay. Dope.
I'm with that. I'm down with that. I think we answered this one, Othelius. What does? Oh no, we kind of didn't. We answered what Freddie thought of White Men Can't Jump. Freddie, what does Zan think?
What does Zan think
of White Men Can't Jump?
Zan is 100% behind White Men Can't Jump. He's all about it. He will support it all the way, and I think we all should too.
We definitely are. And let's see here. What is your dream role in a specific genre? Have you ever thought about directing? So, you said that you're going to be writing, and would you be directing? And again, what is your dream role?
That's a good question. I would say that originally, I think my dream role's changed, and I'll explain why. But I think my original dream role, like long time ago, I was like, yo, if I could play any role, Iron Man would be it, Tony Stark. I think that it's changed recently, in that after I wrote my script, I think that the role in that script would be the role I would choose, because it's like my story. Maybe a little bit, there's some creative elements, some creative freedom I've taken to like.
It's like based on a true story.
Yeah.
inspired by
Inspired by a true story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love
that's
it.
what's up, man. That's
Oh, we
what's
got some
up.
more down here too, Nine.
I'm happy to answer questions, shed some light on
Yeah,
whatever
how much time
needs
do
to
we
be.
got for you? You still got a little bit with us, or what?
Yeah, I can hang out for a little bit.
Okay, all right.
And I'm sorry, and that script was for a movie, right? Or is it a TV series?
So it's interesting
Ooh.
because I learned a lot about that this year. Before I kind of just was an actor and I didn't really know too much about that side of it. But originally, when I talked to the director that I was in touch with, he was like, "Yeah, send me some writing samples." So I sent him this, and it was originally just a short film because I was like, "Let me just throw something out there, whatever." Short film, and then I started looking into all these different formats. And if you want your script to go here on this platform, then it should be this or this platform, whatever. So I learned the difference between like a TV show script or a TV episode script versus like, short film versus feature film, all these things, structure, length, all those things. So to answer your question, it eventually ended up being a feature film, started as a short film, and then it kind of went into the in-between where it could be an episodic if I just cut it down a bit, or a feature film if I just added a little bit. And so I was just like, let me go feature film. And then I did that.
Nice.
That's exciting. That's exciting. And Revelation Key says, Freddie, what's your zodiac sign? And also, you were mad funny in Atlanta.
Thank you. Virgo.
Virgo.
All right.
I have no idea what
water
what
sign
month that is.
September is the month. I don't know water. I don't know all those things. Like I need to know more about that stuff, I guess.
Man, I only know I'm a water sign because I'm Cancer and it's a crab. If that's a fire sign, that's gonna be a little weird.
Same.
You know?
Yeah.
We're all
I don't know
crabs
what Virgo is
up here.
And if anybody knows Virgo, write it down in the comments. What
Toss it in
else
there.
we got?
Oh, Bat thinks it's air.
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 Was it like
okay.
the elements? Like, what was that show called with the dude with the arrow on his head?
Avatar.
Avatar. Yes. Is it like that? Like the elements?
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. Let's see. What else we got, Nine?
We can go to Bat again. How did you get your start in the entertainment industry? You were a cow.
I was a cow.
How did you actually completely get? You said that you were just in New York in the right time and place, hanging out with all of these people. But I guess
or to phrase it like this, how did you move on up?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Wow.
Just saying.
And that goes with
everybody.
That goes with Revelation Keys. That goes with Revelation Keys question as well. I think you could answer that 2 in 1. How do you think you get your roles in movies?
Okay, yeah. So how the first question is how to get started in acting, I guess. Was that the first question?
Yeah. How did you get your start?
How did you get started?
Oh,
and then
okay.
And any tips, yeah.
Yeah, well, the way I got my start, I think the way I got my start, and a lot of my people I know in the industry got their start, is they started with commercials. Because I think it's just, I think there's a lot of commercials being shot all the time. So your chance of getting cast, just from a numbers perspective, I think is higher. So start doing commercials, and then from there you learn, how, what goes on set, the terms. You learn how to be professional, whatever. And then for me specifically, how I got, I say Atlanta's my first TV role because it is. But at the time when I got the audition for Atlanta, I was actually shooting an independent film in Canada. And so then the audition came in, and I think everyone else who was auditioning for Zan went in and met the casting director, because this is, pre-COVID, when they were doing in-person meetings and everything. But I was in Canada shooting this film. So then they just sent me, a video opportunity, put yourself on tape, whatever. So I did that. And then I've heard a lot of other actors who, who I've met, they're working actors. They're doing great. There's like a I don't know, maybe it's not superstitious, maybe it's real, but they say that work begets work. So I was working at that time when I got the audition. And then I put myself on tape, sent it to my agent. She sent it to the casting director. Then I got back to New York after shooting. And then that's when I got the call back to go into the casting director's office for the I guess callback read. Actually, there weren't any producers, but yeah, and then from there I booked that, and that's how I got my start in acting. To answer that question, any tips to get started? Man, if they can, where are they in their journey right now? Are they like just deciding they want to be an actor, or have they gotten some footage? I think to give better insight, I think if they could specify where they are in their journey right now, maybe that would be
Bat, let us know and we can circle back to you.
Yeah, for sure. I like this one by Film Age right here. Yeah. What's your favorite film of all time?
Wow. Okay. I can tell you some previous favorites. Recently, I've just been so busy. I haven't really been like sitting down and enjoying movies, but I feel like I have like phases where I go through a movie and I'll just watch it over and over. I'd say one of them for sure. I went through a Zoolander phase where like I'd watch that all the time. Zoolander.
That is not what I was expecting.
Yeah,
not at all.
But do you remember Zoolander?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was the best. Like, yeah.
Yes,
exactly. The gasoline.
I don't think I caught the can't turn left until like the 10th time I watched it.
Yeah,
that was one little part, and it was so funny when I realized it.
You know, speaking of like that gas fight scene, have you? I know it's like an older movie. Maybe it's not top of mind for you guys, but did you know that? What's his name again? Is it Eric Skarsgård? He plays Eric in True Blood.
Alex
Skarsgård is his last name.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Alex Skarsgård, right?
Yes,
him. He's in there. Alexander Skarsgård. Yeah,
that's him.
Yeah, he plays the male model.
Bruh.
He plays the one that's like, Derek. You know, models do help people. You know, he's
my god,
he's in that crew. Yeah,
I love when you realize things like that. Like I was telling Blake the other day, the Sex Addicts Anonymous meeting and Horrible Bosses 2. Coach Beard from Ted Lasso's in that group.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy to think about.
We got telling us that you were in a Sex Addicts Anonymous.
Yeah, I was like,
I was just like, wow, okay.
Tell us all about your friend.
Guys, it won't be anonymous then.
So much for being anonymous.
Athelius is asking, funniest line by Sunglasses and Zan.
I feel like that's up to you, Othelius.
Yeah, I think I'm not in the position to say that. That's up to the audience, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, what do you think the funniest lines are, Othelius? You write that in the comments. Also, I think is this Brittany BAT?
Line from Zan is like right off in the beginning, and it's "What's up, my niggas?" I don't know. It was just like such a funny line to come off of. I was like, okay,
I forget the actual
exactly. Line. We know exactly who this character is going to be.
Can Zan say that? Were you allowed to say that?
that is a part of the episode
happening here.
Oh, yeah, so,
but am I not? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna ask this. Am I not black enough? Like
you are.
Like, he looks Indian. I don't like when Indian dudes say nigga.
Like that's so interesting because like I grew up in Africa, so I'm like from the motherland, like really from the motherland.
What part of Africa? I'm Zimbabwean.
Kenya.
Okay.
Oh, you're from Zimbabwe? So we're like right next to each other. Nice.
Yeah, I was born in Zimbabwe.
Do you guys use shillings in Zimbabwe?
You said what? Shillings?
Do you use shillings, your currency?
No, it's the U.S. dollar.
You guys use the U.S. dollar there?
Yeah.
That's the currency I use.
Yeah, wow.
The United States dollar. But like we are kind of like re-establishing the Zimbabwean dollar. But let me see if I have some right here.
Uh-oh.
He just turns around and it's like it's an American dollar bill.
So this is the reason why start using it because that's a $1,000
Yeah.
bill and it isn't worth jack shit.
Yeah, I heard like hyperinflation was crazy over there.
Yeah,
is that
2008
one of
did
the?
wonders on us. What?
I don't know. I heard this about another country. Like the whole hyperinflation thing, where like people would take wheelbarrows of money because you needed that much just to buy like a loaf of bread.
Zimbabwe.
That was
Yeah,
Germany. That was Germany also after the war, after World War One.
Oh, really? Yeah.
But
wow,
yeah,
that's
Zimbabwe-
crazy.
What, probably
Zimbabwe is
Venezuela
the
right
one that
now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Also.
Venezuela. My Mexican brothers and sisters down in Venezuela, they doing that too. Yes, I just said that, TJ. Did you catch that? I was hoping somebody caught that.
Your Mexican brothers in Venezuela.
In Venezuela?
Yeah. I could say that because I'm Mexican.
Aliens.
You know what I'm saying?
But
That's why I was allowed to talk about Germany.
You grew up in Kenya for quite a bit and then moved to the US. I mean,
Yeah.
that's-
I
quite
like
a-
lived there in Kenya till I was like 17.
Oh damn!
Nice. Dang, man. That's right. Right here. Brittany's got it. Mexican equals Venezuela now. That's
All
right.
right.
And then we can right here.
Yeah, let's touch this one
I
real
was going
quick.
to put so Brittany's circling back, kind of just writing some short films, and this is a follow up on the question of
how to
any
get
tips,
started.
how to get started. Kind of just
Yeah.
writing some short films and like one TV show, but I would love to get into directing. It's not as easy to come by since I'm not in college anymore, and those student projects came in clutch. So I take it that you're probably not in college either right now, Freddie, and just kind of
Yeah.
taking classes. So maybe that's a tip right there. Get your ass to school, Brittany.
Yeah. So I guess Brittany wants to be an actor or wants to break into acting. She's writing, but she also wants to direct. I'll tell you, I'm not like, I'm also finding my way through this. So all I can do, I think, is repeat what I've heard from people who've given me advice, and those people have done it themselves. So I think that would be most relevant, I think. But I think they say like there's two routes we can take. There's like the independent route, and then there's like the non-independent route, which is like, big studio or big network type, that route. So I think independent, I think both routes. Number one, if I were you, I would partner with someone or find someone who's done this already, who's successfully done it, and then I would do whatever I can to partner with them in a sense. So if that is like, well, sometimes they might be like, well, if you pay me, then I'll do it. If you think it's worth it and you have the money to invest in yourself, maybe that's a route you can take, or an apprenticeship or something. I've seen that work for a couple different people in the directing world, even in the writing world. They partner with, like, for example, if it's directing, they partner with like a director who's already doing his thing on a TV show, his or her thing. And then they're like, yo, can I be your apprentice? Can I just follow you around for free? You don't have to pay me. I just want to learn. And then they do that. And then next thing you know, they're a director themselves on like Power or whatever. So I've seen that. So I guess to like, just keep it simple, I think find someone who's doing it successfully and adopt them as a mentor, and I guess go from there.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's solid.
Solid
I like that.
advice, solid advice. Yeah, just got to keep on working at it. To be honest, I mean, like, I think I'm in the same boat too. Like, I'm writing a little bit of something or whatever all the time, and yeah, it would be really nice to like partner with somebody, but I don't really like ask to like partner with anybody. So.
Except for this.
Yeah,
Except for
I'll be taking that advice.
So, Freddie, Nine is asking if you can mentor him.
Oh yeah, yo, this will be like the blind leading the blind, man. We're gonna have to find.
Nine, can you pull up Film Age's question there? I think that's a good one for Freddie.
I do too. Yeah.
In the spectrum of acting in NYC, are stage plays something you pursue as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in that. I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't done it professionally. I did more theater and like plays and stuff when I was in school. But then professionally, like it's been mostly like on camera type work. But I'm not opposed to it. It's just I guess that's what people have been hiring me to do, I guess. So
Right.
Nice.
Cool.
So what he's saying is, Nine, you better write a stage play, and then we can put Freddie in it.
Yeah,
connect
let's
the dots.
Right.
Let's do it.
makes
This is
sense
the
to me.
year.
I mean, I already live in Chicago. I don't know if I can afford New York at this point.
Isn't Chicago big on like plays and improv? And,
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
theater scene.
Yeah.
Second city in
Yeah.
Chicago is where a lot of SNL pulls from.
Yeah, and I think Stephen Colbert went there too. I think. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's harder when you don't live in those main character assets.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
so it probably is.
Me and
Hey,
Nine. What
hit me up. You know the address. You know the Gmail address. Hit me up. Just let me know back.
Oh,
I love it. I love it.
Nine and Freddie can make a stage play for Mr. Chocolate. They could go to the grits.
Sign me up.
I don't know. Tyler.
oh,
Oh my God. And she says she's in Houston. Okay.
Bro. But also, I'll say this: Houston is literally huge. Like it's just,
Yeah.
it's so you could be in. I mean, Texas is huge. First of all, like,
Right.
but Houston itself is like. You go from
Sprawling.
one side to the other, and it takes like 2 hours, like just to go from
Wow.
north to south.
oh yeah.
Mhm.
And then to go from like east to west, it's like another. Like you could drive all day, still be in Houston. Like it's insane. So like that's sort of a big thing.
Yes.
Here we go. Making connections right here. Film Ages in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Jeff are in Austin. You need some improv.
Mhm.
We're all here.
A
We're all
lot of great film
connecting
here
the
in
dots.
Austin.
No one's on the East
Connect-
Coast.
It's
No,
just
man.
me over here, I guess.
Some
I mean, not
the
like
East Coast, no.
even, just like these
Wow.
side kind of.
Right.
East Coast,
Right.
East Coast
Chicago.
adjacent. That's what you are. Yeah.
I'm Midwest.
I
Why
mean,
do they call it the Midwest when I'm like so east? I don't know.
Right. I was like,
I'm gonna play
more
another
Midwest
clip.
than you
I
are.
think
I'm in the Rocky
Chicago
Mountains.
makes more sense for Midwest than Minneapolis.
Facts.
Yeah.
Minneapolis is north.
Yeah. I'm gonna play a
I'm
clip,
off topic.
I was like, don't make me do
I'm gonna
geography
play a
right
clip.
now.
and it's one of my favorite
Yes.
funniest parts. It's when
Hey, back the fuck up, Paperboy, man.
This your boy?
you want to have? Oh wait! I forgot because I actually love how Darius answers this.
Nigga. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
See you then.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's so
Oh,
clean. Like, it's like,
God.
how many takes did you do it like perfectly that backwards just that first time?
Well, so that the improv part where like I just went back without the whole talking about sneakies, that was just one take.
So
Otherwise,
smooth.
every other take we did it according to the script. So yeah.
That's so great. That's
Mhm.
so great.
Oh,
All right,
man.
guys, let's round them out. Any final questions going on for Freddie here?
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Let's do it. Final ones. TJ, I'll start with you, man.
I don't have a question for Freddie. I won't have a question for Freddie until he finishes season 4 of Atlanta.
Oh,
Otherwise, I'd be spoiling some stuff.
Oh man, okay. I'm on it. I'm on it.
You
Oh,
do it, man.
Kenya. There's someone called Kenya. Very nice.
Yeah.
Is she from
She's
Kenya?
It doesn't matter. We love her, and
she's one of our best good friends.
Nice.
She's amazing.
Nice. Yeah. Producer T, any final questions for Freddie?
Ooh.
Producer T.
In what ways do you say that you and Zan are similar?
Ooh.
You know what? Every fucking way. Every way. Like that Zan is like so I did like after the episode aired, a lot of people were like, you know, like they'd stop me and be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Like when you did this, oh, I hated that thing about the character. And I'm like, man, because I saw nothing wrong with anything Zan did because I was like, I would do that. So yeah, like
dude, I love one of my favorite things is Zan's the eternal optimist. It was the best.
Yeah. Some people are haters though, and you just gotta accept it, I guess. So
I mean,
that's hilarious.
Kind of ironic coming from Zan.
Yeah. Brittany's got a question right here. What will you be doing after this, Freddie? Like, as in, what will you be eating later?
She was like hitting on you, and then she was just like, "Well, like, no, what are you?"
So, like, where will you
Maybe
be?
she's still hitting on you, to be honest. Like,
no, right now I'm eating gummy worms. Like
hell yeah. Regular or sour?
Harborough?
Do you say sweet or sour?
Regular or sour?
I think it's regular because they're not sour. So
sour ones.
All right.
They're nice.
Have you guys seen those gummies that glow in the dark?
No, like, are they?
There's gummies that like glow in the dark, and I'm like, what are we eating? Like, you know, but they're
don't know, but I'm gonna find out.
Yeah.
Her heart belongs to Harlow. That's right. She's a Harlow stan.
Me too. Me too. After working with him, I'm like, yo, this dude is the man. Like,
I can make these.
Oh,
that's gonna be fun.
Is there anyone that you would just like love to work with? Like, who would be your
put it out there
opposite? Or actually, we'll ask this because this has been a kind of like a common topic on the show lately. And who is your like celebrity crush right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't think I have one right now. I
did
definitely
you meet Tiana
did.
Taylor, by the way?
Sure.
Tiana, because she's in White Men Cant Jump.
Yeah, I never. Yeah, I didn't have any scenes with her, so I never met her. Right now, celebrity crush. Sheesh, I don't really think I have one. I'm just crushing on randos on fucking Tinder and whatever. No,
well, if you need dating advice, I know a place where you can find some.
I'm subscribing to that because I definitely need dating advice for sure. I don't know. I could give you an outdated celebrity crush that I have or I had back in like
we want
junior high.
We want all
that. Do you guys know who? Oh man, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't say this. Whatever. It's just like my childhood.
Do it. Yes.
Do it.
You know who I had a crush on back in the day when I was like still living in Kenya, not just in the jungles, with zero idea I'd be in the States, whatever. Eliza Dushku. Like, I don't even know if I'm saying her name.
Yes. Yeah.
She's from like Bring It On. When I saw Bring It On, I was like, I'm joining the cheer squad when I get to college.
Faith from Buffy.
Yeah, she's in Buffy.
She was also she looked good in The New Guy.
Yeah, she was in The New Guy.
I saw The New Guy. She was in The New Guy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's the love interest.
She's a love interest.
Oh, man, I'm going to rewatch that. Like,
and funny enough, they filmed that here in Austin. Yeah, so.
Nice.
Yep.
I know. It's always fun.
Marlene from The Last of Us.
Marlene from The Last of Us. Wow.
Oh, man.
That's great.
All right. So, Blake, I think we're coming around to you. You got any last questions?
Well, he kind of took mine because mine was going to be, who was your childhood crush? Because that was always a question I would always ask when I interview people.
Who want to work with, though?
Yeah, who would you want? I'm now curious about that. Who would you want to work with? Big time director, actor, whoever it is.
Denzel Washington.
Denzel would be cool. If I could just throw one out there, because there's a bunch of people. I'm sure if you ask anyone, like everyone's got like, oh, if there's a director, this actor, famous actor, like whatever. But I can give you one actor, and the reason I chose this actor is because there's a movie he made back in the day that like I just used to want to live that movie. So the actor is Tom Hanks. The movie is Big. And I used to, when I was in like elementary school, I used to be like, if I could only be an adult, no one could tell me what to do. Like, whatever. Like,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. That's a classic. I like that. Perfect.
All right, so Tom, if you're watching, get our buddy Freddie needs a role.
Come get Freddie. Yeah. Well, Freddie, this has been so awesome, man, having you on, and I want to thank you so much for taking some time to come chat with us and answer some questions from the fans and everything like that. Let people know what you're up to, what's going on, and most importantly, like where they can find you. Just take over the show for a bit and shout yourself out, man.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say thanks, guys, for having me on. I know you guys took time out of your day as well, and I appreciate that. And thanks to everyone in the chat who posted questions and made this an engaging show. Thank you so much. Follow me on Instagram at Freddie Kuguru. I'll be posting all the updates there. What'll happen with the script that I just wrote, everything. We'll see what happens, and it'll all be on my IG.
Oh, I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. Everybody go follow Freddie, man. The hat right there.
Follow him.
Yeah. Everybody go follow him. Right meow. Producer T, where can people find you if they want to reach out to you and holler at you, man?
Well, now they can actually find me in public that I'm not fucking contagious. I think
he's alive. Yeah.
In a couple weeks, I'll be doing a pin show with our really great 9NerdYards Atlanta pins. So I'll be selling those in a couple weeks, and I'll post the details when I get the dates. But as always, on my Instagram, terryfphotos. I'm deleting the hidden me lost in the woods since I'm trying to actually also catch it now before I have to delete it, and I won't be able to show it for a while until I officially release it.
Nice. Well, go watch it now. Go follow him and go watch it now before he takes it off. Look, they're right there. Those are the ones. The Blair Witch Project. Terry edition.
Back when he had facial hair.
Yeah. They did not clone him in Japan, folks. They did not clone him in Japan. It's the real Terry still. Jeff.
Hey, that video right there is trending. That thing's been going viral.
Damn, that's crazy. Who knows? We might see you at South by Southwest for the film festival next, Producer T.
Right.
Could be a thing. Jeff, where can people find you if they want to reach out to you, man?
Well, real quick before I get into that, as always, those Atlanta pins, always wearing them on my hat. So if you guys want some, reach out to Pin Dependence over there or 9NerdYards. You can always try and Skype me, Don Cheadle's Driveway at littledickie2.com. It's because of the hackers. You can find me on Facebook, Jeff Madel, on Instagram, Madel Jeff, or if you're hanging out around Austin, just I don't know, maybe I'll be out and about.
I've been to him.
Or you can find me on 9NerdYards.
Ooh, yeah, we can. 9, baby, where can people find you?
Right here, my dear boy. We're living that Zan life, you know what I mean? We got them likes, every single one of them. And we'll be breaking down Dave tomorrow, the season finale. That's been awesome. If you guys are fans of Succession, I actually broke down the season finale and all of the other a few of the last previous episodes on Movie Files. The Movie Files channel, and I think you guys are all a fan of him, so you guys can go check that out as well, and join the Discord, join the Patreon. It's the last day for that
free joining
to be I think free joining. And so
lovely.
More stuff on the way. Stay tuned.
Love that.
Hey Blake.
Hey,
where can people find you?
Thought you'd never ask. You could find me, Money Blake Weather, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, or on TikTok with all the kids. You could also find my other podcast, Unfiltered Bachelor, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or on your favorite podcast platform, iHeartRadio, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are. That's where the show is. Again, we got the latest episode up that I dropped last week with awesome life and dating coach. So go check that out. And then also you can tune in tomorrow to tune in for Dave, the season finale of season 3. We will be breaking all of that down. So yeah, please come and join. Remember, live your best Zan life. Zan lives matter. Didn't know if I was going to do that, but it still seems funny in my head. I feel like I have to say that. I don't know
give me
why.
a fist bump, Freddie. Give me a fist bump, man.
What?
Give me a fist bump. No, you gotta go up with it.
He's trying to go. He's trying to meet you.
Because you're
because he's above.
Yeah.
There he is.
There.
There, right there.
A little bit.
Amazing. Wow. Best part of the entire show, right there.
That's right. It's not going to get any better.
That's
so we're going to get
coordination.
It's not going to get any better than this. So we're going to get the hell on out of here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, commenting, showing love, sharing it, liking, and all that jazz. And whether you're watching this live right now or on the replay morning, evening, afternoon, whenever it is, we do appreciate you. And until the next time, we will see you. Peace.